Hello. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. It's Meg. I am live. I am here. Once again, I'm here on the random because why wouldn't I be? I have dishes in the sink, but I'm not going to do them just yet because I want to be here instead. So, um, yeah, let's hang out. Let's read some cards. Let's do some fun stuff. I've had a busy day, and I thought it would be lovely if he could hang out and just have some fun, get into some cards, maybe get some readings for you guys. If you guys have any requests or comments, the chat box is open. Yeah, I'm ready to get into my cards. I've had a good day. You know what? I've had a really good day. I'm gonna start the stream off by saying that because the last couple of days have been no bones days. I've just been demotivated. I haven't had any nothing wanted to get done. My brain did not want to let me get anything done. So it was like, okay, no bones day. Probably needed the rest. I have been writing quite a bit for my blog. If you guys don't know, I am a blogger. I specialize in tarot readings and spiritual topics of that nature. So I'm trying to get all of the work done and dusted for the year, basically, because I know that I'm going to be traveling in November. I also have NaNoWriMo. I'm doing another writing project in October. And then in order to keep up with my current process, I have to do a month in advance of where I should be posting, which means that I also would have to do December and January together. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm only one person doing everything. So there's there's a lot of work, as you might be able to imagine from what I'm telling you guys about the process. But I'm close. I can feel myself getting closer to the finish line every day that I work on it. So I'm pleased to say that I did get the outstanding membership material done for the rest of 2023. And so there's that. That will all be posted together when it gets there. It's just, I'm really happy because progress is being made. It's not feeling like I'm just throwing effort into a void, not having it reciprocated. So results are happening, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. I'm also really excited to get to share with you guys the kinds of things that I've been coming up with. So, I'm really excited. That has meant, though, that I have not been posting any visual art as of late, which it's kind of sad, kind of uncomfortable. But there are sacrifices that needed to be made, and I will be getting back to it very soon. I can feel that I'll be getting back to it very soon. So if you are watching from my DA, if you my DeviantArt, if you're watching from my Tumblr, other posting places, social media, be patient with me. I am almost done with this obligation. I am so close. In any case, just a few disclaimers. We are going to be doing some tarot readings. So if you find this live stream, I hope that there is something resonant and helpful for you in my messages, in the messages I have from the cards. If you are interested in offering a tip, a donation in any form, please know that it is not an obligation, it's an option. And the link to my tip jar is in the chat. It's pinned in the chat, but it's also in the description. So if you If you want to see the decks I'm using or the other places you can reach me, that it will be, in the description. Chat. Donations are an option, not an obligation, as I said before. So, and I am also happy to answer questions, so long as they are civil and respectful to everybody else who may come into the chat. So yeah, I hope that all made sense. I hope that is okay with everybody. Let's see some cards. Okay. So this reading is given in gratitude for your friendship and for your presence here. This is for you when you are meant to find it. And please let it resonate as it will. Take what you find helpful and leave the rest for someone else to use when they come to this. Okay, we're going to start with an oracle reading to get a baseline energy, just to see what's going on generally in the energy. And then we'll move into our tarot. In order to get some details. How do we optimize it? What do we need to know? Just basically anything the cards have to say, I will relay that to you. Okay. I think I said this already, but there is a list of the decks I've used for this reading in the description. So, let's see. Let's see what else we got. What have we got here? You know what? Let's take that card. Okay. All right. For our for our oracle energy, we have the fixed moon. Hold to your vision. Okay. There's that. We have goddess of the moon. Ooh, okay. Goddess of the moon. We have the queen of the light, which represents illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. Okay. Cool, very cool. And we also have the star mother, which asks, how can you mother yourself? Okay. Interestingly here, I'm getting a very strong message of follow your gut right now. Follow your intuition, follow your heart, go, try not to resist where it's leading you, even if where it's leading you is uncomfortable. Okay. There's also a message coming through of don't be afraid to get in touch with your wild side as well. And I'm getting to that thought because as it's illustrated, as the moon card is illustrated in the Rider-Waite tarot, it shows two dogs, and I'm recalling that one of them is black, the other is white. The two dogs are essentially have their heads reared back, which leads me to think that they are howling at the moon. So there's never a bad time to get into your creative wild side. Explore your light, but also explore your shadows a little bit more, because the moon comes out at night. But so there's that aspect. How this intuition call to follow your intuition, how that relates to the other cards here is that you have such a visionary future. There's something waiting for you down the line. Okay. You're on your own road, and you know that you're following your own path because you can sense that this isn't like some of the other roads you tried to take, right? Something feels different. It's not necessarily weird as such. It may feel comforting in a way, because like I said, this road, this path that you're on is uniquely yours. But as with everything, there's going to be challenge. There's going to be there's going to be challenge. There may be disappointments and hurts that you might have to face, and those will become clear the farther down the line you get. The more steps you take down this road, those things are going to become clear. You might have to detour. Okay, so all of the things that get presented to you are meant for you in this time, right? And you might not understand it, but there is clarity to be had along the way here. Okay, and like I said, things will get challenging. Things will get challenging. Things may cause you to feel hurt and harm, but you have the capability of understanding what you need to take care of yourself and how you are going to move forward. This may take a couple of tries to understand, but it's there. It's there. You're welcomed on this road. You're not alone going down this road. Okay? And you need to give yourself a chance to follow your intuition. Okay? Interesting start. Let's see some tarot. Let's see some tarot. What messages do the tarot have for us? Okay. Ooh, okay. We're going to start with the Three of Swords. This one kind of popped off the top of the deck. Let's start here. Let's get some more cards to explain that Three of Swords. That doesn't feel good. Although I'm sensing there may be some resistance happening with some of you, especially if you're resonating with the Oracle energy. And I feel like this might have something to do with that resistance. So here's the Three of Swords. Let's see what else. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there is a bit of resistance. Okay, resistance because you've been hurt in the past. Okay, you've been deeply hurt in the past. There's been some betrayals, some just ew. Why you? Why do you have to deal with this Three of Swords energy? This is hurt. This is pain. This is getting emotionally wounded, and having it seem like it's coming from all sides, right? It's happened. Just ouch, right? That energy, that Three of Swords energy, is putting you in a place where you're protecting yourself to the point that you're missing other opportunities because you're too I guess you're protecting yourself from yourself because you don't want to listen to what your gut has to tell you, right? It's putting your intuition may be saying that you need to go down this road because there are beautiful, wonderful things down the line. They're ready. They're waiting. It's up to you to get down the road. But you're saying to yourself, no, I don't want to do this because what if I get hurt? What if I end up being in more pain than when I started? Okay, you're protecting yourself from really good opportunities. Okay, and I want to point something out to you that may be hard to see, but there is a bowl behind some bars here, and this queen, this absolutely stunning human, is sitting on this stone slab. She's not even looking at what she's hidden away. Okay, because she's ready to attack. She's waiting for that next threat to come through, because she's been conditioned to feel that way, right? Everything is a threat, everything feels wrong, everything isn't comfortable, right? But that's not what she knows in her heart. That's instinctively she's been trained to look for she's been trained to look for it. In truth, she might not necessarily feel it. Hello. But in truth, this person might not necessarily feel. They might not feel right in doing this overprotecting. Okay. Yeah. So how are we going to get past this resistance, right? How are we going to move past this Queen of Wands? How are we going to release this Queen of Wands energy, right? This overprotective, put my heart in a cage energy, right? Let's start by seeing how far we've come. Okay? There is progress that we have made here. Okay? We've done something with what we set out to do, even if it is minuscule. Look at that. Roots are coming down. For some reason I got the image of a sprouting potato. If any of you have ever had potatoes for a long time, you'll know they put up little shoots. That's kind of what I'm equating to this. You've worked. I don't know why that came in. Maybe it's because of these pentacles down here. You've put seeds in the ground. You've put the effort into keeping the soil watered and fresh. Something has grown. The roots are put down, and things are growing. Okay. So yeah, progress has been made. Okay. There's still a little bit left to do. And judging by this next card, this Knight of Cups, there's still actions you can take. This hasn't limited you as much as you think it has. Yes, it hurts. Let's acknowledge that hurt. Okay, because clearly it put you in this place. Okay. There's still work to be done. And yeah, take it slow right now. Please take it slow. Don't try and rush your results, because that's going to just lead into some half-baked thing that you don't know what to do with, right? Go slow and really plan for your next steps, because that, part of this seems to be that you're still in a healing process, and that's fair. That's okay. That's why I'm saying please go slow and don't try and rush things, okay? But also remember that you have the authority. I'm going to bring up our Queen of Swords again here, because, you do have authority, okay? You have authority over channeling what you feel, okay? Understanding what you feel and letting yourself analyze versus react, okay? That's how I describe this card basically, okay? But you also have the authority to kind of get a grasp on your thoughts too, because I think also part of this call is to shift the paradigm that you've been operating under. Like I said, with this card, this pain aspect has probably conditioned you into feeling like you have to protect yourself. But maybe, just maybe, that conditioning is a reaction to the pain rather than a fair analysis of the pain, right? So I'm getting that with the King of Cups, the King of Swords. Yeah. Let's see what else, let's see what else we can do with the tarot here. Now that we know what might be going on, what can we do to maximize this shift, this ability that you have to be in your feels and your thoughts? What can we do to best game plan our next steps here? What do we need to see in that regard? So far, yeah. I did pull some oracle readings, or some oracle cards here, and basically what we got with that was that there's a vision, and you have this vision of what your future might want to look like, or some steps you might want to take down the line, and you're being called to trust your gut, trust your intuition and where that's going. Trust your intuition and where that's going, and also know that there may be things that come to light that put you in a bad energy, yes, but also, enlighten things and challenges you may be facing. And that's how I got to that Three of Wands, conditioning your Queen of Swords energy to be overprotective, right? Okay. Okay. So we have strength coming out, first and foremost. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. Cool. I like this so far. Let's see what else. Okay, we also have the Six of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords. I'll take these two off the top. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. You know what? I love the fact, and I say love for a reason here. I love the fact that you are bookended in this part of the reading by a lot of clarity. Okay. What I mean by this here is that you've been told that you've been conditioned to feel a certain way about your situation. That being that you're, nope, blocked, not yet. You have, and going back to this King of Pentacles here, you have the strength of character to do this. Okay. And by this, air quotes, I mean analyzing your situation rather than just reacting to it. That's going to take some heavy looking in the mirror from your part, right? Because that may require you taking responsibility in terms of actions you've taken, things that you might have done completely on the impulse, right? Analyzing that and looking at that and letting those things become very clear to you. It's like, ooh, I didn't handle that part of that situation correctly. Maybe I need to go back and talk to them if they'll have the conversation with me, gain some perspective and how to move on, right? Another thing that you need to be aware of here is your self-worth, okay? Your value, your personhood, your self-worth, all of that matters. All of that seriously, and yeah, all of that seriously matters, okay? Now, yes, this is potential financial abundance, material growth. All of that can come in depending on the cards around that. But I'm getting to this personhood, this value, this self-worth, because you have the Six of Swords, which is a transition. Okay, very basically, that's a transition. And you have this family card, this 10 of Pentacles card, which, yes, it's abundance, it's having plenty. Abundance, having plenty, taking care of yourself as well as everybody else. Okay. To me, this says that you might be transitioning away because we're going back to this this protective conditioning over here. There may have been someone who has caused, someone in your close circle that has caused this heartache, and that's why you're resistant, right? You've been conditioned to be resistant because I can't face another hurt. I can't face another blow from this person. What's going to help you is knowing that even if this Three of Swords happens again, you're not worthless. You have value. Okay? You have the strength to move on. And if it becomes necessary to cut the things out that don't serve your vision, okay? And ultimately, you will be very clear-headed about where you need to go next. And how you are going to take care of yourself and the people and the things that you've decided to take with you. Yeah. So I like what's coming out. And I'm also getting the idea of you coming out of your shell. Go back to this here. You're coming out of your shell. You're taking the chance on what's on your heart, right? And maybe you tried to do that before and it just fell apart. Again, going back to the heartache. We don't need to dwell on that, right? But I'm getting to that too because this transition is coming to my mind first because nothing after you make this shift, this paradigm, nothing's going to look quite the same. And again, this is where I say remember your King of Pentacles, that self-worth energy, right? You're okay even if it doesn't feel okay. Okay? I don't know if you saw that, but my lights flickered. I'm gonna take that as a sign that I might be on the right track. Yeah. Let's get a pause. I need some water. Also, let this be a hydration reminder to you guys if you have not done so today. Cheers. I'm sorry for the glare. It's a metal cup. Excuse me. So, yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you feel safe to share an interpretation with me, chat, comments, I would love to see it. I would love to hear it. Thank you. Clink. I couldn't resist. I could have, but I didn't. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what else we have to offer for this portion of the reading. What else do we need? Some interesting messages that have come through so far. Yeah, let's see what we gotta see. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we got the Three of Swords coming back out. Okay. You know what? Let's address those triggers. Because clearly we need to see the Three of Swords. So yeah, let's see what we gotta see about that. What is this Three of Swords energy? Why are we seeing it? What do we need to know about it? How do we generously and safely address this? Okay. Three of Swords. We're gonna start with Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool. Okay, have the Fool. We have the Page of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups. And we have the Six of Coins. Okay. So what's standing out to me right now is that we're in a period of change. And you might be sensitive to that. You might, if you're a fixed sign, you might be having some interesting resistance things going on. Fixed Taurus. Yeah. I like that you said that. I really do like that you said that, Bridget, because you're right. You're right. We've been on a low. This Three of Swords here has put us at the low portion of the wheel. You don't necessarily see it here, but we felt like we've just dove into the ninth pit, right? For those of you that have read the Inferno, you'll get that reference. But in essence, it's just depths of pain, hurt, ew, why? But not anymore. We're coming back up. And we're coming back up, but I think that rising energy, that elevation that we're feeling, because we're coming back out of the hurt, we're starting to feel like, oh, I can do that without feeling weird about it. I can be present in a way that I didn't have to be before. This is weird. I don't know if I like it. I'm not familiar with this non-pain sensation, right? That's the point, right? That's the point, because it's not the same anymore, okay? We're at a new starting point, and who would know what would happen? I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. I can plan for things, but if I wake up and have a no bones day, nothing's going to get done, right? It's a new start, like was mentioned in the chat, and thank you very much for your input. I appreciate that. It's a new start, and that's where we're coming back up out of that pit, right? Out of that hurt. Okay. Now there's a chance, because we've really had to sit with our emotions. Okay. Now's our chance to apply those lessons, right? Remember our King of Cups. Okay. We've been asked to analyze rather than react. Okay. And you probably, if that lesson's resonating, it's like, okay, you say that, but how do I apply that? That's pause and reflect, number one. Number two, that game planning energy we got in the first part of that is going to help you here, because figuring that out, you figured that out, now it's time to apply it, okay? And it would be extremely easy to just go back to the familiar. Going back to, well, I lashed out at this person because they made me feel triggered and they made me uncomfortable. now that it's being, it's coming back around again, I feel like some of this is going to come back around. It's like, this is a familiar situation, but I have the opportunity to do it a little bit differently. I don't have to lash out. I can try appealing to a calm, logical, and rational sense of myself and this other person I'm interacting with, right? So there's that. And on top of that, I do think there's going to be some reciprocity in this situation, because the other person you're dealing with is going to be like, you're doing something different with yourself. Let me talk to you about that. Let me get with your energy and figure this out with you, because I would have been put off if I didn't try this again. And likewise, you're going, yeah, I messed up here. I caused pain. I put myself in the situation too. And, it's literally, I feel like this is playing the leveling field. And you know what? Those are balances. Those are balances in the background, right? There's an equal give and take with this situation. Because now that we're coming back up, it's like, I messed up. I don't know what else is going to happen, but I don't have to be the person I was over here. I can be the person I am now, the person that's reflected, the person that's game planned, the person that is thinking and receiving messages, okay? Receiving messages from your intuition, right? I'm thinking and receiving rather than just reacting, because by reacting, I missed information in the past, and that got me into trouble. I don't have to repeat that behavior. Okay. Ooh, we're on a roll. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see what else we need to see. What else do we need to see here? What else? Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Well, that's 5. Okay, this is 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups. This one's upright. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. And we have the Ace of Coins. Okay. We have the Ace of Coins. We also have, guys, no joke, I'm not kidding. This just came out of the deck. We also have the 3 of Swords. And we also have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. All right. So, you know what? We're in a good place. I do really think we're in a good place right now, because we have this 5. Yeah, we have this 5 of Cups in reverse. So there's a recognition that we've gotten ourselves stuck. And this is us putting ourselves in a situation where we haven't, possibly because of the reactivity, we put ourselves in the mud. It's not someone having pushed us into the puddle. It's like, okay, I'm going to willingly face plant into this mud puddle, right? That's what we've done to ourselves. And again, going back to this 3 of Swords here, we've done it to ourselves because we've experienced it in the past, and perhaps there's the sense of, if I do it first, nobody's going to get to do it to me, right? There's a recognition that that has happened. Okay, there's a recognition that if we would stay where we are, there wouldn't be a movement forward. I don't want to say getting past, but there is a healing of things that have disappointed us in the past. Okay, and that healing has come from the recognition of what we've been doing to ourselves with our energy, right? Even better than that, okay? Even better than that, there has been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of growth, and this could be, I'm getting the garden metaphor, because you've done a lot of planting. You put down roots, and again, we're going back to the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. That was in the first part. Seven of Pentacles, right? And then Knight of Pentacles underneath. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. There's been a lot of seeds planted during this time, whether you realize it or not. There has been a lot of growth you're experiencing right now, because you're coming on the out of this previous Three of Swords energy. You're now feeling safe to just be happy. You don't have to, it's not happy with a string attached. It's like, I'll be happy if. No, there's none of that. If this happens, then I will be. No. You're just happy to be happy. Why not? Why not? Go be silly. If you have kids, go put on their favorite silly song and dance with them. Be joyful, be happy. Okay? There's a string attached to it. Right? This is the emotional overflow that you've desperately needed. Okay? Desperately needed, because you've unlocked this cage. Right? You've unlocked your heart out of this cage. And it's finally, you're finally breathing a little bit easier now that you've addressed what it is you need to address. And that has allowed for new opportunities to come through. It's allowed for such precious new life to come back into your space. Okay, whereas before it may have felt like a mire that you couldn't get out of. But this is where I say, you've addressed that, you've put yourself there, and you have the strength to get out of it, right? I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to pull, if you will indulge, I'm going to pull some extra cards to see what other supplemental energy we might need to see for this part of the reading. Then I'd like to have some more fun. I'm on a roll. I like where this is going. But we'll see what we need to see. Okay. So let's clarify it. Let's see what else we need to see. A final closing message for anybody resonating with our with the first part of this reading. Okay, we're getting Six of Swords. It's a repeat card here. So Six of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups. This one's in the upright. Okay. All right. 5, 6, 7. Seven of Pentacles coming out again. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you know what? You're moving into a new phase of thought process here. And I'm getting here from the Ace of Swords, right? Getting here from the Ace of Swords, and again, I think this is confirming that we're moving away from the disappointment and the hurt, right? Because we have this, we have the Six of Swords. We also have the Five of Cups. This one's in the upright. So it's a way. We're moving away from the bad thoughts, the negativity, the rumination, the intrusivity of how we used to be thinking. Trying to think of what astrological issues might be helping you on this way here. But it could just be that you're emotionally tired of where you've been. Okay. What you're feeling is like, oh, well, okay, I've been there, done that. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to move on. I'm strong enough to move on. I don't have to stay where I am. Okay, because look at that. Look at what's in the distance here. I'm going to equate that with a castle, right? Okay. This character likely has their physical eyes closed. What I think may have happened here is that your third eye, your intuition, your intuitive voice has said, hey, you know what? Yes, you've been hurt, but you have the chance and you have the will and you have the strength to move on. You don't have to stay with your negativity. Okay? Now, I do think this is explained here because we do have the Seven of Pentacles coming out again. The way you do all of this work, hang tight. Okay. The way you're going to do all of this work is by game planning, is by pausing, reflecting, making sure that you're in certainly a safe physical space, but a safe emotional place as well. Because that's going to make things even more clear. That's going to make things even more, again, using the garden metaphor, that's going to make it even more rooted, right? You're not going to be able to give this up, okay? Because you can't just rip off, you can't just deroot the whole thing you've been growing, right? You can take off the top leaves, the sticks, everything else, but it's going to come back up, right? You can't be swayed from this right now, even if you have been hurt, even if you have felt stuck and resistant to that change. It's not going to be the same anymore. And deep down, you know that. Okay. Deep down, you know that. But having this game plan is going to allow you to mother yourself a lot more safely, a lot more gently. And it's going to bring you to what you've been looking for your future, right? For yourself, for your family, anything in your wildest desires is going to come when it's meant to. But it's going to come as a reward for you doing the work, right? So, okay. Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. I hope that made sense. Let's see. Let's wipe the board a little bit here. We're just having fun with the cards, sharing messages. I hope they are resonating. I hope they are helpful. If anybody is watching this in playback, I hope you're enjoying the reading. Anybody in the chat, thank you for coming. Yeah. Oh, So, do I want to do? I'm gonna. What do I want to do? You know what? Play. Let's play. Oh, I love this. New moon in Taurus. Hi, Bull Gang. What's going on? Taurus sun over here. Hello. We got new moon in Taurus, which says prosperity lies ahead. Love it. Okay. Got the full moon in Sagittarius, which is asking us to look at the bigger picture. Okay. Okay. And we also have the full moon in Aries, which suggests that a fiery climax approaches. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. So, right off the bat, though, we have mention of 2 fire signs and an earth sign. So there is something, I'm interpreting this intuitively here. There's a deeply rooted passion for something coming up here. I'm saying that because Taurus is an earth sign. Again, hi, Bull Gang, what's going on? And we have both Aries and Sagittarius as being, yeah. No, I'm glad you could be here. Thank you so much. Just to time out on this portion of the reading. Hello, Darla. Hello. Time out on this portion of the reading. I have decided to go live in lieu of making videos for the next couple of weeks just because I've been very busy writing my blog. I've actually put making my visual art on hold to take care of that. So I am almost done, so I have a feeling I'm going to be getting back to that very soon. But I am going to be going live a lot more, depending on who decides to show up and what's going on. So stay tuned. I'm on live randomly tonight, but we'll see what I can schedule. So again, stay tuned. Back to the reading. Again, we have a Taurus earth sign, but we also have Sagittarius and Aries, which are fire signs. Again, there's a deeply rooted passion, a deeply felt emotion that we're coming to. I do think this may be tied to prosperity, building abundance, materials, potential financial wealth. Okay. And I think this might be to do with figuring out how we're going to do the growing that we want to do, right? I'm getting here because the planning stages. Let me think about this. The planning stages that we've decided to move through, okay, have been for our benefit because we've been asked to see the bigger picture. That's literally everything. Morals, values, what we spend our money on, how often we're spending money, all this, that, and the other. I think this is going to be a finance reading. So please take this as you will. Okay. In that case, right, something about this planning stage has ended or been suspended for a little bit. Okay. Let's see. That's interesting. Let's see what we gotta see to explain this a little bit here. Okay, yin yang. We have yin and yang. Okay. But we have the second chakra, which is second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Okay. Second chakra. And we have patience. Okay. So yeah, like I said, they're the roots of this plan. The seeds of this plan have been growing. Okay, they've been planted. That part's done, right? Now it's time to let the seeds grow. It's time to let the plans that you've enacted run the course until I guess the checklist is, everything on the checklist is, you can strike everything off. There it is. Root chakra, sacral. Yeah, there's something that you need to let run its course, is how I'm feeling right now. Because again, you put the seeds in the soil and now it's time to let the roots grow. Okay. You need to be patient in this process because it's going to, be patient with this process and know that there is a duality to everything. There is a light side and a dark side to everything that, everything that exists. But this energy may present you with a duality that you might not have felt before, right? It's like, okay, I've done the work. Now what do I do? Am I just supposed to sit out my hands? Well, actually, maybe there are other steps you can focus on while these seeds germinate, right? On the flip side, nothing you planned could be a possibility that nothing comes to fruition. In which case, I hate saying it like that, but it is a possibility. Don't dwell on that. Okay, don't make yourself sick over that, because that's not what you signed up for in that. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we're going to get some more cards here because I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Interesting. We have the Spiral Dancer, which represents taking a circuitous route or perception. Okay, interesting. Spiral Dancer, the Keeper of the Scales, is our next card, and this represents fairness and balance. Interesting. Also, we have the Sun Dancers, which represent joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Okay. So there may be detours along the way here. Okay, when this yin and yang energy is coming back out, right? There are a lot of detours. And what is interesting here is that actually what I think you might be responding to is the sense that this road is going to meander and it's not going to feel direct, right? You want the thing and you want to get the thing, and you possibly want to get the thing as fast as you can have it. But it's not going to be worth it, right? It isn't going to be worth it, because if you try and take the direct line, what may end up happening is that you may end up sacrificing all the good, beautiful, lovely little things you have over here for the goal over here, right? Basically what I'm saying is you may lose what you had in the gain of this goal over here, right? Is it worth it? That's up to you. Maybe not. I don't know that if I had this happen to me, and it has, gotten my way and it doesn't feel good. you know, what do you stand to lose if you try and take the straight line? What do you stand to lose? Well, maybe there is maybe there's an opportunity to look at yourself a little bit differently, or look at how you think about things differently. There could be lessons that you might need for this goal to really take off that you miss because you don't see how your perception of things is coloring the journey you're on, right? So there's that. I think part of what's going to help you take it slower, stop trying to rush this issue, is take a chance to celebrate your work, because you worked. I mean, yes, but also you worked. And it's okay to celebrate it like, hell yeah, I did that thing. Let me give you an example. Like I said at the beginning of this, I have been writing so much for my blog. So much content that isn't even necessary until next month, right? I have been ham-boning it, like just hitting it so hard. And there have been a couple of days where it's like my brain will not let my body sit at my computer. It just won't. I don't want to look at my computer. I don't want to be on social media. I'd rather sleep and read. That's what my brain is telling you, right? What it was telling me was, you need to rest. You need to do other things. You need to catch up on your journal. I have it right here. I'm going to show it off. Catch up on your journal. Oh, I'm sorry for shaking the camera. That was my elbow. It's okay to pause and do other things. It's okay to celebrate your life, to celebrate the things you've done so far, because yeah, they may need the finishing touches, but look at where it started and look at where it is now. Yeah, keep going. Keep going when you feel like you can. Keep going when you have your sense of balance back under you. Okay? Okay? But yeah, there's that. Let's see. Oh. Yes, okay, I hear you. Okay, so what else for this oracle? What else here? We have the mirror. Okay, this represents the triggers, who or what is triggering you. Okay. We have Lemuria. This is creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Ooh, I like that. Okay. We have Lemuria. We have the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. We have Unbound. This calls us to release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay. And we have Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Expression, or Possible Persecution. Okay. So, yeah, there's need to analyze the triggers that you've been experiencing so far, because the fact of the matter is that you're leveling up. You're coming into a period of glow up, which I love to see for anybody. Okay, and I'm getting here because this Pillar of Light card is coming up here. What that is affecting here is that you are being called to release your triggers, release old conditioning, release patterns of behavior that don't serve you anymore, right? I talked about this in the first part of the reading here, where there may have been something that you just snap reacted to, and it isn't doing you any good now, right? That's what you're being called to look at, so you can let it go, so you can release it, so you can just be present with yourself, because you're creating a bit of heaven, a bit of divinity here in your space, okay? Um, and you've been trying to do that for a while. Whether it's money, whether it's finances, whether it's something else, you have worked so hard to get yourself out of your rut, and you've been expressing who you are. You tried to express who you are. Now it's at the point where you've done all of this work, you're looking at it and going, that's me in the mirror. I can be proud of that. I can do the things that scare me because I know what triggers me. I know that I'm leveling up, that I'm glowing up. Okay. I'm good. This is how I'm going to create a little bit of my divine energy here in this realm. Okay. And that's the plan. That's where you might have to take a meandering route to figure out where to go with this energy, what to do with it, who you can trust in your space. Doesn't mean overthink it, but who you want on your side of doing this work. I think that makes sense. Let's see some really quick tarot and figure out what else do we need to know? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. All right. So what else do we need to know about this glow up energy? I love it. Love it. Glowing up. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. We have the Magician. Okay. We have the 5 of Cups. All right. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, and we have the 5 of Swords. So the responsibility, you've taken on this responsibility. And, I don't believe you're very sure of yourself. You are. Okay, you are, because you know that I know that we all know you're glowing up, right? But it's come with its responsibilities. It's come with its burdens. And all of that has challenged you in a way you didn't think would be challenging, because you're starting to realize that the things you valued and the things you wanted most out of your particular situation haven't been good for you at all. They have not served you. Okay, it's putting you in a bad headspace. Okay, this 5 of Swords, putting you in a bad headspace. It's like, oh, dang it, why did I do this? Oh no, cruddy thoughts going around your dome piece here. Just you. But it's also let you just sink into them a little bit too much. We're going back to this mired energy here. Right now you're not in a good headspace. Here's some encouragement though. Okay, I want you to know that you are encouraged here, because yes, it's a responsibility. Okay, it is definitely something you've chosen to put on your shoulders. Okay, but you know what? What's interesting here is that you're not carrying the bulk of this weight by yourself. Okay? Look at who has the pack. I mean, yes, this character has a suitcase, there's a map, but this pack animal is carrying the bulk of the weight here. So no, it's not alone. No, you're not alone. You're not alone, but you are so incredibly capable. You are so incredibly capable of making magic happen. Here's the result. Okay? Here's the result. Because you've worked so epically hard. Okay? And it's a good deck. I'll tell you what. Another pause on this reading. I was over the moon when I managed to get this deck. Okay. But back to the cards here. This is your reward. That love, peace, just overflowing happiness will happen. It will happen. It will come with its responsibilities, and it will come with its own fears and insecurities. But remember, you're the magician. You are the magician. And this is probably that dual energy we were talking about with your oracle, this yin and yang energy here. It's what you want. It's what's going to help you really raise your vibration and get out of whatever other rut you might be sticking into. But it comes with its own set of challenges. Okay? And they're not bad challenges. Okay? They're not bad. This is what you want. This is the result of your glow up. But it just means that things you were challenged by in the past aren't coming forward with you. They're not necessarily coming forward with you. Okay? Three. Okay. We're gonna move into another portion of this tarot. No, I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna move into another portion of this tarot and clarify, see what else we need to see. So let's do that. Funny story. This chunk of cards just happened to pop right out of the deck. So let's see what they have to say. All right. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting energy. Okay. One of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Okay. And the Four of Swords. Friends, you've been busting your booties. Busting your booties so hard, okay? Because you have the Two and the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, Two and Seven of Pentacles, okay? So there's been a lot of effort, there's been a lot of effort put in, okay? And you haven't done so alone. We're going to highlight this Three of Pentacles in a minute here, but there have been energies around you that have really helped you get to where you want to be. You've achieved a goal. You've achieved part of your goal with others' support at your side, right? There have been people in your corner that have been really helping you understand what it is that you've had to juggle, the responsibilities. Okay. Again, with these responsibilities, you've had people helping you put everything into perspective. right? There's that looking at the bigger picture energy. Let's see if I can find that card here. Yeah, looking at the bigger picture energy here, right? That has come from asking for people's thoughts, for people's opinions. It doesn't mean you've been heeding them to a T, right? They haven't been loud in your ear, but they've the people that you've reached out to and brought into your team have really helped you plant the seeds, put down the roots, juggle the priorities, and taking care of everything. And now, the most amazing effort here is that you're now finding all of your team, you in particular, everybody you've involved is now finding themselves in a space where they can chill. They can be at peace. They can be happy. They can just be. All right. And I've heard this quote from Megamundan Tarot whenever he gets the Seven of Pentacles. He always says, is the juice worth the squeeze? In this situation, I really do think so. I think it has been worth the squeeze because we have cards that would indicate that it's okay to pause, it's okay to take a break. This will keep going. This energy, this life-giving energy will keep going. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to try and move it forward too fast because it's going to do what it's going to do. Now it's time for you to go take care of yourself. Okay? Take care of yourself. Maybe you need to readjust your sleep schedule. I don't know. That's coming to mind for some of you. Just breathe. Just breathe. You've got this so far. You're going to get the next phase of this. You're going to get the next phase of this time in your life. It's okay to pause and have a break. Okay. So let's get the last two portions of this deck or this reading as a means of what can you expect? Okay. What can we expect from all of this hard work? We've been putting in the effort. We've been putting in the time, putting in the effort. What's the reward? What's the reward? Let's go with that. What's the reward? Okay. Well, we're starting with the Nine of Swords. Kind of gross, but let's go with it. Nine of Swords. Okay, we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, okay, all right. Fire and air, interesting. Queen of Wands. Two of Wands. And Strength. Yes, Strength is coming back out again. And let's start here. Let's start here with the framework of this Nine of Swords. There has definitely been some anxiety. Whatever this building, this glow up, all of this work is, there's definitely been some anxiety centered around it. But you've definitely faced it with calm control, an assertion of this calm control. Because whereas before you might have, again, we're going back to this lashing out energy, and I think I got that in the first part of the reading. Whereas before you might have just reacted on impulse, now it's like, yeah, I'm feeling anxious. I need to process this, but I need to be in a space where I can let the beast come to me. I can cradle this beast in my hand and say, you know what, I hear you. I see you. You're hard to miss. You're hard to miss. But I love you, and I'm going to tend to your needs too, because you're making me feel nervous. I don't have to be nervous. I can look you dead in the eye and say, I love you and I care about you, right? And when you do that, and I mean all of that in a metaphorical sense, this anxiety won't feel so limiting, right? It's not going to keep you up at night as much as it might have before, and when you're looking at it and addressing it. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is that you have the 2 and the 3 of Wands together, which to me is saying, the gates are open. They're ready for you. Okay, but, because of this anxiety, it's like, oh, I need to address it before I can leave my comfort zone. But the way you're doing that right now is that you're looking at it from a state of patient planning. So that this addressing your anxiety, okay, this calmly addressing your anxiety, that's probably going to take a little bit of time to figure out the triggers, what's going to go down, how this is going to work, what's happening here. That all of that is going to take its time, which is why you're not quite ready to leave the gate, even though it's open. Okay. But it's happening. This patient planning is happening, and you have the authority to do just that. The Queen of Wands, naturally, I feel like this is this for some of you is naturally a bright, fiery, intense, beautiful energy. Frankly, it's very beautiful. Okay. Beautiful but impulsive. And I'm saying that because we have the Strength card here coming out here. How does it? You're taking that fire and that passion and channeling it in a way that doesn't leave you with a burn, if that makes sense. Now, I say it like that because wands are associated with the element of fire. So there's that. You also have swords, which are coming in for the element of air. So at one point, perhaps your thoughts over this situation have kind of been fueled, or your passions have been fueled possibly in the wrong way by what you're thinking. That's for you to decide. But within the context of this part of the reading, you are addressing those anxieties. You're waiting until you're okay to leave the gates, and by that you'll find a safe place to put all of your passionate fiery energy. Pardon me. So okay, so there is that. Let's see what is going on for your final portion of your tarot. And I think we need to call it quits from here, guys. It is a bit late in my area, and I still have a chore to do. So let's see a closing message from the cards, from whatever energies are in the room with me and with you. This is our final message. So I hope that you found this helpful and resonant in some way. Thank you for being here, everybody in the chat. I love seeing you guys. This was fun, and thank you so much. I hope to be back soon at some point, but let's see let me see what my schedule looks like, and I will let you guys know. Okay. So, final message from the cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Let's go with it. Ten of Swords. We have the Seven of Coins. That's been a theme. That's been a theme for this live. Interesting. Yes. Emperor. Love to see you. Welcome in, Emperor. And the Knave of Swords. I understand this is the Page of Swords in other decks. So that's how I'm going to be reading this. Closing message here is going to start with the fact that everything goes in cycles, right? Our life, nature runs in cycles. Just everything's on a cycle, okay? The garden we've planted may see certain periods of time where it's blooming and bright and beautiful, and then it may go dormant for a little bit and come back out, right? The same thing goes with our energy, okay? Because we may experience severe hurt, serious disappointment. We may have someone in our space who really never had the best intentions for us. But they've been along like, yay, good for you. Yeah, like it's that kind of energy. Or maybe they've been more deceptive than that. We all experience hurt. We all experience lows and we all experience highs, right? The fact of the matter is that the things we're building do have the chance to bloom if we put in the work, if we get right in our heads, right? If we get right for ourselves, right? The beautiful thing is that the garden is growing. It is growing. You're growing. I can feel changes in me happening, right? It will be a matter of how we process that cycle, the information the cycle is getting on, right? It's getting us on, right? Yeah, processing. And I'm saying that because we have our Emperor card here, right? This is someone, if you know someone like this, they're very good at putting information together in a way that just makes sense. It just makes sense. Of course they would think like that. Of course this piece of information fits in over here. Of course it would mean, the authority they exercise is authoritative in all aspects of themselves, even if they are presented with hurts, even if they are presented with change, okay? They know the soil their garden has been planted in, okay? But that doesn't mean, okay, thank you. That doesn't mean that they're not open to new ideas or new thoughts or being able to take what they know and apply it in other places, okay? This knowledge, this smarts, this Emperor energy knows who they are and knows what they stand for. And because of that, they're able to make the most of the information they're getting at this time. Okay, I say all of that because I want this to be an encouraging message for you. You have what it takes. You absolutely do have what it takes because you have the Magician energy. You have the Fool energy. Okay, that's a new beginning. Of course you do. Everybody does. Okay? But there's a lot of choice and a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and it's going to be up to you how you move forward. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut it off here, but thank you guys again. Thank you so much for being here. I will let you guys know when I decide to go live next. This was fun. This was a lot of fun, and I'm really honored that you would let me give this message to you guys. This video will be saved in playback for those of you that missed the beginning. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns after the fact, everything's in the description if you want to get a hold of me outside here. You're welcome. But the comment boxes will be open as well if you have any other feedback for me. So again, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon. In the meantime, stay safe. Bye, guys.